The best two teams in women's college water polo met this past weekend. We'll have highlights. The roster has been announced for Team USA at the upcoming FINA Intercontinental Tournament, and we share the best of what you've been doing on social media, all coming up next on a brand new CounterAttack. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on a brand new CounterAttack brought to you by the Rudy Project and XX2I. We start first with women's college water polo in a much anticipated get-together in Los Angeles between number 1 USC. You knew they came in riding in that undefeated winning streak against number 2 Stanford, a loaded squad. Two talented teams. Let's get you caught up on the results with highlights via the Pac-12 network.
Early on, Chris, an Olympian shined a light for the Cardinal. Mackenzie Fisher getting things rolling.
Stanford getting balanced scoring. A lot of folks involved on the offensive end, but it was really the Stanford defense. It was a great outside shot that time by Herald. That was her only goal of the game, and that, between Herald scoring only 1, Megan scoring 0, Stanford shut down the big guns for USC.
Maggie Steffens adding a goal late, and Stanford, a little defense, a lot of offense. They'll be the new number 1 team in the land, and things are picking up as we head towards the postseason. It's a 12-8 final. Stanford takes it.
I think we're taking it day by day, game by game, and we understand that if we want to get the big one, the natty champ at the end, we got to put everything we can into each game. So obviously there's rivalry and competition, honestly, with every team we play. So we hope to just bring the best Stanford game we can to each one.
So from USC streak ending, we go to our college scoreboard presented by Cap 7. UCLA defeating Arizona State 13-5. Olympian Rachel Fatal picking up 4 steals, now the all-time steals leader in school history. In Big West action, Hawaii defeating UC Davis 7-6. That one went to overtime. We go back east to upstate New York and Oneonta. Hardwick playing host to Princeton, and it's the Tigers winning 13-12. And then back west, Golden Coast Conference action, San Diego State edging Pacific 8-7. Lots of close games this past weekend. Coming up, our next game on television, USC at UCLA, the crosstown splashdown as they call it on the Pac-12 network, April 22nd, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Don't miss it. Last televised game of the year before the live stream for the NCAA championships. And we keep things in the world of women's water polo with the upcoming FINA Intercontinental Women's Tournament headed to UC Davis this May 2nd through the 7th. The Team USA roster has been announced, and it's a much different squad than you have seen in the past. Why? Because women's college water polo season is still going on. So the names you know, well, they're busy right now, but we've got some excellent up-and-comers that are going to be competing alongside a few veterans when things head to Davis this May. Let's take a look at the roster and the schedule. So as for the roster, the names you do know, Olympians Melissa Seidemann and Aria Fisher will lead this team into action. Seidemann, the only 2-time Olympian on the scene, Fisher winning gold in Rio. They'll be joined by some relative newcomers as far as the senior team is concerned. On the more veteran side of things, Michigan standout Allie Thomason, a multiple-time All-America selection, is part of the squad, as well as a good mix of the youth and cadet national teams from the last couple of years, athletes that took part in the FINA Youth World Championships for Team USA. You'll also recognize the younger siblings of some Team USA athletes that have played in the Olympics, most notably Abby Hill, younger sister of Sammy Hill, Ryan Neuschel, younger sister of Kylie Neuschel. There's also Sarah Klass, younger sister of Stanford's Kat Klass. So talent throughout this one, the keepers, Taya Walsh, Georgia Phillips. Looking forward to seeing this group in action. As we look at the schedule now, Kazakhstan up first. Early on, the group play, that'll lead us into the weekend and will eventually crown a champion on Sunday. The final 3 days of action will be streamed live on USA Water Polo TV at facebook.com/USAWP. Ticket information available right here. Tickets only available on site, so no advance purchase and no online purchases available as well. Make sure to bring your USA Water Polo membership card. There is a discount throughout the competition. And now we go to high school water polo in the state of Florida, where 2 teams were vying for not just a state championship, but an undefeated season. First, for the boys, Ransom Everglade. You hear a lot about them because of Ashley Johnson. Their boys team is pretty good too. They capped a 30-0 season, defeating Winter Park 14-4. Here's a look at the squad victorious. Afterwards, pure excitement. Miami Herald was on the scene with this video.
It's an amazing feeling, and to watch them do so well on the biggest stage, I couldn't be more proud.
I feel amazing. I feel like a champion. I'll tell you one thing. Our team is one team that stuck through it together from the beginning. We've gone to California. We stood in freezing weather together. We huddled together, and that's what makes us great. There's no one member on our team. We're a unit. When I make a block, I know these guys are going to try. Number one, baby.
And from there we go girls water polo in Florida. We told you about the Olympia High School team on a previous episode of the CounterAttack. Well, they did what they set out to do so many years ago. The senior squad leading Olympia to a 31-0 undefeated season. They topped Miami Gulliver Prep 7-4 in the final. Once again, TV cameras were rolling to cover what the Olympia squad accomplished in 2017.
Well, it's a story we first brought you about a week and a half ago, and we promised to follow their journey. At the time, the Olympia girls water polo team was 4 wins away from making history. Well, they dug deep, they dreamed big, and by the end of this weekend became the winningest girls water polo team in school history.
Has it sunk in yet?
No.
Claire, Marcella, and Grace are still getting used to being called state champions.
My mom, when I woke up, she said, like, good morning, state champion. And I said, what? Like, what are you talking about? It doesn't feel real.
On Saturday, the Titans capped off a perfect season by beating South Florida powerhouse Miami Gulliver Prep 7-4 on their way to the school's first ever state title in girls water polo.
I just turned to the closest person. I was like, I need a hug right now. I don't think I'll ever forget this feeling. Yeah, I'll never forget this weekend.
Well, the groundwork has been set for Olympia girls water polo to build on a winning culture at the school. The team now hopes that a win like this will encourage the community to come together to help the team raise funds that it needs to get a swimming pool at the school.
And from Florida, we go to Missouri and the DeSmet Invitational, one of the best high school tournaments in the Midwest. And it's Stevenson out of Illinois defeating St. Louis University High School 12-8 in the final. Congrats to Stevenson. And we keep going with high school. Cameron Wright took part in the National League, but he's still in high school in the Davis, California area. You love this goal from the National League Finals weekend on social media. Check out the trickery from Cameron.
Goes underwater, leaves the defender behind, and then the touch on the lob. The best goal we've seen thus far today. It's early, but we like what we see there from Cameron Wright working his way in.
And now we'll close out our program as we do every week with our social media send-off, the best of water polo on the internet. Use the hashtag CounterAttack, get involved, tweet us, Instagram us, Facebook us, tag us at USAWP, and we'll share it right here on the show. First up, we're talking referee development. Jim Cunningham sharing this on his Twitter account. Referees getting together to get better in Oxnard, California. Looked like they were enjoying some time in the classroom, quite literally. Now we go down under. Mike Goldman in Australia, perhaps the most daring PA announcer in the game. Check out this video from Water Polo by the Sea.
Having a ripper of a game, isn't he? Okay, nothing to see here.
Is that a drip dry suit? I think we've lost you.
Very cool water polo action here in this video, both above and beneath the surface. You always hear about what goes on under the water. Here's a look thanks to Water Polo Giraffe Twitter. From there, back to high school action. Fenwick from Illinois. They didn't win it all down in Missouri, but enjoying their time at the DeSmet Invitational. We mentioned the roster for the Intercontinental Tournament for Team USA. Schools happy their athletes got the nod. Michigan touting Allie Thomason and her selection. How about clubs? 680 Water Polo thrilled to send a variety of athletes to Davis this May. Same for Los Alamitos High School, hyped about Bailey Weber getting the selection. Olympians Ben Halleck and Alex Rosa were in Colorado Springs last month for some training with Team USA, also supporting an International Day of Peace and Sport. This shared on the Ben Halleck Twitter account. We showed you underwater action earlier. Cody Hill going underwater for UCLA. This was not during a game. That would be a ball under, but a very cool Instagram photo here from the UCLA Water Polo account. Flop Friday continues to grow and continues to go international. Perhaps our first Flop Friday from Malaysia, the Excelsior International School offering this. It's a few more dives than we like to see, but we appreciate the international support. Gulliver Prep Water Polo getting ready for the Florida State Championship with their submission. And last but not least, Troy United gives us a new wrinkle with the solo fully clothed flop. We got to think the sweatshirt removes some of the difficulty, some of the pain of the flop, but enjoy this nonetheless from the Troy United Water Polo Instagram account. So there you have it, the best of what we saw this week on the social media send-off. Thanks for all your submissions. Keep sending them in. Hashtag CounterAttack. Tag us at USAWP. We'll put it on the show, I promise you, right here next week. That's going to do it for this week's episode. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget, when you're on the CounterAttack, look weak side.